our trivia nights are PG-13
For sure.
We don't say don't say don't say
You know, it's one thing to call a podcast rated R. It's a whole
George
other
Carlin, thank you.
To hit you with the George Carlin. Like, when you get that rapid fired at you for no good reason, just to hit it at me, like, it's a whirlwind, man. Like, damn. Hang on.
This is going to be our cold open, by the way.
I need a drink.
It is your Dose of Johnny C, episode 4, Brand New Day with me and Rob. That was Rob's idea to call it Brand New Day. I love it. I love it.
We're here. We're about to talk it. We're about to bring it to full circle. It was either that or A New Hope.
Yeah.
And like I can't keep doing Star Wars.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We gotta move on somehow. So, speaking of, I completely forgot to tell people the last 3 episodes, like and subscribe, so that eventually we will stop doing this for free. So,
I mean, it's a public service.
It is a public service, and it's something that you and I like doing. But at the same time, like, it's time consuming for both of us.
It is.
More for me than for you.
Yes.
But but also, you deserve to be compensated for your time.
So do you. We all deserve a little compensation in our lives.
We do. And so, like and subscribe. We are calling this Brand New Day. By the way, episode 2?
It's pushing 100 views.
Yes.
Or are we there yet?
I looked and it was at 95 last time I looked. So, and also we would love to get more than 100 subscribers so we can do YouTube Live and so we can actually start doing live episodes. That would be great. I have the equipment to do it. I just am too lazy to put it together.
Yeah. To be clear, we've seen a bump in viewers. We've seen a bump in subscribers. But thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
But like you said, every little bit helps and every little bit gets to evolve this thing a little bit more than what it is right now. So by all means, please keep it coming.
Absolutely. So like and subscribe. Hit that little bell button. That way you're alerted to all of our shenanigans
and tomfoolery.
Speaking of Tom
Holland.
Tom Holland foolery. All right, Spider-Man Brand New Day right now. Spoiler alert. It has been almost 2 weeks since the movie's been released. We are talking about it. We are going to talk about it in detail.
In depth,
because I fucking love this movie.
This was incredible. This is an incredible movie. So if you are not wanting this spoiled for you,
skip it until you don't see the spoilers part anymore.
That part right now, because we're about to go deep on this.
We're about to go deep. That said, you should go see it. You should also see it while it's in either Dolby or IMAX. I think there's still a few days left on Dolby and IMAX.
I think so.
Until some more movies come out.
Just go see it in the theater anyway.
Seriously.
Go to the theaters.
See it.
Don't do this at home bullshit.
No.
And especially, this comes back to what we were talking about last week with just filmmaking in general and how films demand to be seen in theaters.
Yes.
Certain films demand to be seen in theaters. This one demands to be seen in theaters.
Absolutely.
I haven't been thrilled about a Marvel film in a very long time. I will be the first to admit this. I saw Fantastic Four last year. And we even
liked it.
I liked it, and we even did like the Screen X. Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't done that yet.
So in Panama City, shout out to Regal out there. They have a Screen X screen, and what it does is that you have the movie right in front of you, but the screen expands beyond. So if you have like, here is the box in which the theater is, and here's all the seats. You have the screen, and then the screen is on the walls as well.
Oh, so
you are
makes it immersive.
Surrounded.
It's immersive.
And it's fully immersive. And even watching a film like that, it was a good return to form for Marvel, right? Mm-hmm. But even watching it in a form like that, I was still kind of like, this.
I liked it.
I liked it, but it felt par for the course, right?
Yes.
This was an eagle the whole fucking way.
Oh my God. Tom Holland had his hands in this.
Oh, for sure.
And I love it when actors embrace the characters that they play.
Which let's go ahead and send the apology to Tom Holland right now. You're never going to not play Spider-Man now. This is it. You are in a Hugh Jackman situation now.
Till you're fucking 90.
Old man Peter Parker somehow. Like that's the storyline it's eventually going to come to. I am sorry, not sorry. This man is by far the best Spider-Man, and this movie proves it.
Yes.
Sure.
I mean, for one, it's his fourth Spider-Man movie.
Correct.
The other two have not done for. Well, technically, Toby has. Technically, Toby has now.
Yeah. Andrew got his third.
Andrew got his third. This is Tom Holland's fourth, and Tom Holland this is now his sixth time playing Spider-Man.
That's right, because he's gotten the whole. Yeah, he's gotten the full Marvel universe, and
seventh time playing Spider-Man now.
Oh yeah.
Seventh.
Okay.
Seventh. So Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and then his three standalones, and now Brand New Day. So he has now played this role 7 times, and he is slated for 2 more.
That's it, at the very least.
At the very least. Well, he said he will hang it up eventually.
Well, yeah, of course.
He has to. The man's in his 30s now. The way that these standalone films are being doled out, he'll be in his mid-30s by the time his third movie comes out, or mid to late 30s.
Yeah.
So, in the movie where he even says it in the movie, he's not in high school anymore.
That's it.
Well, he wasn't even in high school when he played a high schooler. So he's playing
as these acting gigs go.
He's playing 22 years old at 31.
Yep.
But he got ready.
Mm-hmm.
The physicality of it. I mean, his background as a dancer on the West End, playing Billy Elliot.
Yep.
Just all of his chops really went into this one, and also the dynamic emotions that you felt.
For sure. And I will be the one to say this, because I probably spend way too much time on the internet as
we all do.
There has been a lot of what I've noticed on the socials, a lot of disregard for the first 3 Spider-Man films, because that's how good this movie is.
Yeah.
Destin Daniel Cretton has put together this amazing film where cinematically and from a cinematography standpoint, everyone is looking at what John Watts did with the first 3 films and going, really? That was it? So there's been a lot of talk and a lot of backlash against those first 3 films, because this one has been so good. But I will be the first to say that you had mentioned the emotional beats, right? And especially between the core 3, between Tom, between Zendaya, between Jacob.
Yeah.
Though that core emotional thing would not be there without those 3 films.
Right.
And it really, like you said, it really brought home a very different angle to that friendship, and especially with, and again, we're talking spoilers here, especially with No Way Home and the fact that is essentially his name got erased from existence. Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
So seeing that friendship now with all of that additional background and kind of it coming back a little bit, so to speak, it wouldn't have been there without those 3 films, and you wouldn't have felt the emotions you did without those first.
Him as Spider-Man playing with building Legos with Ned. I was blubbering.
Oh God,
I was blubbering. No,
when they hit the Lord of the Rings lines, I'm like,
Yep. So the really big one. So they're on the roof. Him and MJ are on the roof.
Yep.
He is up on the roof with his wife, and then she's pulling his mask off. I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna do the iconic Tobey Maguire kiss.
That's it.
Only he's not hanging upside down. But then when it comes back and it turns out that it is Jean Grey.
Yeah.
I'm like, punch in the heart,
dude.
And then when she's falling, I'm like, no, do not repeat.
Yep.
Do not repeat the sins of Amazing Spider-Man 2.
And it's amazing that you point that out, because it kind of combined all 3 of those beats. You had the Toby moment, you had the Andrew moment, and then now we are
back to them.
And
then when she reads the letter and actually Spider-Man 2 kind of made that the original Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire kind of made the reference, Mary Jane saying, "You can't make that decision for me.
Right.
It's my decision to be with you.
Yeah.
You know, you cannot make that decision for me." And so they touched on that with that.
Yep.
But then, and as a married man, I've been married for nearly 14 years now. You've been married before, too.
Yep.
You have a love of your life now, too. And so I can only imagine, and if I were to ever ask them at a panel, this would be the singular question I would ask the both of them. As a husband and a wife who have been together for as long as you have, for Zendaya to say it and for Tom Holland to hear it, for her to say, "I don't love you."
See, and
that crushed my heart. I understood why, and and somehow it made it better and worse at the same time.
Yeah. You know why it's happening. And to that point, he had all that time to say something.
He did.
Anything.
He really did.
And and she pointed it out. Like, I remember you from that, day at the coffee shop.
Yep.
I remember. Why didn't you say something? You know. And what I found was interesting, though, if you noticed. At the very end, where he's in the hospital, the sketch that she drew is there,
and it has the original. It has the original Homecoming logo on it.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. So like the sketch was there, her farting around. Something's getting stirred up.
There is a theory. There is a theory out there that when. Granted, she doesn't remember when Jean was in her head. She was basically it snaps back into it. But now the theory is that Jean already knew all of this, and so Jean already knew all of this. Already read the letter. Already knew a little bit about Peter's past, and so maybe somehow re-injecting some of those memories back in MJ's brain, and you can also say the same for Ned as well, because the muscle memory of the handshake, and of course, there's a muscle memory of the handshake. So that's one thing.
Right.
There could also be another theory that Ned is magical, so maybe the spell didn't completely work on him.
Well, that's right, because he was doing all the strange stuff in No Way Home.
Yep.
So maybe that was what his whatever he did with Peter for that end.
And of course, when it sparks with him, it's like Peter. He's like Peter. Now that could also be written off of MJ said his name as he's swinging away from the apartment,
right? And
so he's like, Oh, you're Spider-Man, Peter. Not the Peter that I grew up with in high school and everything. But I think, I genuinely do think that, and I hope, and I believe, Stranger Things reference, I choose to believe that Jean Grey re-injected some of those memories into Ned, into MJ, as not necessarily... and this was the first time that she was in Ned's head, was when she expanded her powers to all of beyond Roosevelt Island and into Midtown Manhattan. So just the emotional beats, the cinema, the swinging. Oh my God, the swinging sequences.
I know,
the action sequences.
I haven't felt like that since the first trilogy.
Yeah, it really got when he's diving, and then you see the inside of his mask and the eye. And granted, they show that in the trailers, but just oh my God, you realize in the trailer this is a Spider-Man adventure
for sure. And did you ever not to go full film geek on it? Did you see the behind the scenes of that?
No, I did not.
They did all of that practical.
They
did the in the mask practical. So they had it right there, and they had the close up on him. So
I know well, and also they did as much practical effects as they possibly could
for
with
sure.
This, as much as something like that would allow. With something like Spider-Man, the reason that Spider-Man hadn't been made up until the 2000s is because the technology wasn't there to really grasp
him swinging around
New York City.
That's it.
The moves that he could make. They didn't think that they could get an actor to replicate all the moves that Spider-Man made until Tom Holland.
Yeah,
because Tom Holland did a lot of that. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield did a lot of training for it, but Tom Holland can do it.
You mentioned chemistry as well.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about
John Barenthal?
Spider-Man and the Punisher?
Yes.
Come on.
So, fun fact.
That is the whole movie was just
You're gonna question
awesome.
our friendship here for a second.
Oh boy, here we go.
I never saw the original Punisher with Thomas Jane. I never until, so my wife and I went to obviously saw this movie together. My wife and I saw Spider-Man together.
Okay.
And I mentioned to her, I said, I never saw the original Punisher.
Okay.
And she says, what? She says, we have it on DVD because it's nowhere on streaming.
Oh, yeah.
It's nowhere on streaming.
Yeah.
And she says, we have it on DVD. As soon as we get home, we're gonna fucking watch it.
Yeah.
I watched it. I enjoyed it. It was one of those just. It was a gritty, badass action. Some of the writing was a little cheesy, but it's an action movie.
It's an action movie.
It was like a noir action movie, kind of like Lethal Weapon.
Yeah,
almost. Like the stakes are very obvious. And I think. And I was still thrown off by Rebecca Romijn now being in two Marvel franchises.
Which, all right, yeah, that'll bring me back to my point as well. But let's keep going on the Punisher.
But anyway,
yeah.
but in seeing that and also seeing John Barenthal as Punisher, it's making me want to go back because I still haven't even seen any of the Punisher Disney Plus series or Netflix series.
So good.
And so I understand I am a bad nerd in not watching those. I have no authority over that chapter of Marvel yet. We are gonna binge all of those because she hasn't seen them either. She hasn't seen the series either.
You need to watch them in correlation with Daredevil. And I promise you, it's gonna.
And I want to watch Daredevil too.
Sure.
And I think. Like she hasn't seen them. She hasn't seen them either. We're gonna watch. Right now, we're trying to binge one show at a time.
Yeah.
Together, and right now it's Letterkenny. So,
of course.
So because we haven't seen, we're in season 3 of Letterkenny now.
Nice.
So,
nice.
But and Letterkenny's very short seasons, 30-minute episodes. Like we'll be done with the season by the end of the month. So, but anyway, this was the best Spider-Man film of all time. And I also want to backtrack on something I said in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
I said that The Odyssey was going to be the highest grossing film. It can't be because it's rated R. It can't. It's also pulled out of IMAX theaters now.
Yeah.
It had exclusivity for a few weeks, but it's pulled out of IMAX theater. I don't know if it's going to lose momentum anytime soon. I do think it's going to crack over $1 billion if it hasn't already.
Yeah, I think it has actually.
And so
I know
it was on the threshold of $1 billion.
Yeah,
I believe. So this had the highest grossing opening weekend of all time. Beat out Endgame.
Wow.
Beat out Endgame. It was the second fastest to cross the 1 billion mark, only behind Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
This has the traction to actually beat out Endgame as the highest grossing domestic of all time.
We'll have to keep track of it.
So I follow Screen Rant every now and then. That's what they're tracking. They were talking about multipliers and it doesn't need that many legs for a multiplier for this amount or this amount or this amount. So if you have not seen it now, for one, you deserve to have this spoiled for you. But I'm serious. I'm serious. A week.
Look,
a week.
Not everyone can get out to the look. Have you seen the economy right now?
There's Pirates Bay. You could. I mean, I don't want to encourage piracy. But Sony gives us no other fucking choice with the shit they're pulling with PlayStation.
We talked about that
last episode.
I told you not to do that.
We talked about that last episode.
We did.
But seriously, there's a small theater here in Crestview, Florida,
which is where we went to go see it. Yeah. We went into the Cinnamon Tan.
See, and I'm a snob. I can't see anything like this outside of the cushy Dolby chairs. I realize, by the way, if it's showing on camera, I'm not wearing shoes right now. It's my fucking house. I don't want to wear shoes in my own fucking house.
I chose to wear pants today because I was tired of seeing my pasty white fucking thighs on camera.
Yep. Well, I mean, I always wear shorts. I don't. Well, I'm tan, so
that's fair.
Well, I'm Italian. I'm spicy white. So
I'm the whitest Cuban you'll ever know, though. So it's equal amounts of spice in this house.
Yep.
I would like to say one more thing.
Okay.
Before we move on this, you had mentioned it was either in episode 2 or 3. You had asked about the whole theory regarding Doom. Right?
Okay.
And one thing I noticed throughout this entire film was that it felt like any time Spider-Man revealed himself to be Peter, anytime, it's like a light bulb goes off. And obviously with Ned at the end, right? There was that little bit with MJ. But if you notice, there was almost like a light bulb during the Hulk battle at the very end as well.
So,
and
I have my thoughts on that, but go ahead.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna find a way because there is a post-credit scene as they are, and it shows that there's a ping in space or whatever's going on there. I think I retract my previous statement about Downey just being Doom for the sake of being Doom. I think you're right. I think there is going to be something that still ties everyone to our previous 616, right? I think Peter's the key.
Oh, okay.
I think he is the key. He is somehow going to I don't know how they're going to write it in, but I just have this gut feeling that his existence in both Doomsday and Secret Wars is going to snap everyone back somehow, and it's going to bring Doom back to some sort of Stark thing. And it's, dude, I can't feasibly describe it as of this writing, but I'm telling you, he is the key to bringing everything all together in Doomsday.
2 points to that. One, the end story point. 2, the grander Marvel Cinematic Universe point.
Okay.
So the point with Hulk.
Yeah.
So there's a theory in the and actually it's been in the comics that when Peter, we don't know the state of Hulk when everybody was forgotten about Peter, but we're pretty sure that it was either Banner was either Professor Hulk or he was just Banner because he had that suppressor.
Right.
But what the theory is that, of course, he only met Peter. Hulk only ever met Peter and knew of Peter as Professor Hulk. As Professor Hulk. But as Professor Hulk, he said it was the best of both worlds. So it's a link of the two minds in Hulk and Banner. And so you could theorize that Savage Hulk, we finally see Savage Hulk again, not since Infinity War.
Yeah.
And so the point could be made that Savage Hulk still remembers him because he was maybe completely suppressed.
Yeah.
At that point while the spell was made. So there's that theory. Or it could be Hulk just saw that look of fear in Peter's eyes,
and maybe he was just oh crap, what am I doing?
Oh crap, what am I doing? So there is that.
Okay.
So, and to that point that you say in story, I expand on that in the overall production of the universe, because we had discussed this too.
Yeah.
I believe with the previous phases, the post-Endgame phases leading up to, we'll just say I want to say the cutoff is Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, made it a little bit more grounded. They didn't want to, so it's okay, well, this is what's happening in this universe. This is what's happening in our current universe. They didn't really expound on anything except for the end credit stuff.
Okay.
So I think Thunderbolts was a good reset point.
For sure.
Or the New Avengers. I will always call it Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
But this movie, I would say, is the equivalent of the first Iron Man movie to start re-spark the greatness, resetting everything for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I believe Kevin Feige realized that he's doing too much, that he was doing too many movies at once. He was doing too many Disney Plus series at once. And I get it. It's a cash cow. You know,
when it's printing money, it's hard not to stop.
As business owners, it's hard to not make money.
Yeah.
And take advantage while you making hay while the sun shines, my mom would always say.
Okay.
So I understand it. I don't blame him for it. And I think he was trying to use this as an opportunity to expand creatively. It didn't work. He realizes now it didn't work. And or it didn't work to the level that he thought it would. I mean, and I will say this till I'm blue in the face. I will never sit and completely hate on a Marvel anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Hate on Marvel anything. I can judge it. I can say, well, it's not as good as this. It's not as good as this. But none of it's bad.
Yeah.
Just like pizza. Like you could have. Some of the stuff from the post-Endgame phases, you can call it like Domino's.
Yeah.
And, it's still the worst, but it's still pizza. You're still going to eat it, especially if it's given to you,
I'm just glad you didn't it's like gynecology again. I was waiting for it. I was like, dear sweet Lord. It's like pizza. Okay, thank God. It's not. It's not like sex. It's not like gynecology. All right, we're good.
But this is the reset that the MCU needed.
Yeah.
And I think if there's nothing between Doomsday and Secret Wars,
right?
Which is an interesting take.
Very interesting.
And I don't think they might do one or two more Disney Plus series between that. But we've learned the lesson. Not every hero needs a complete movie. Because for one, if you want to tell their entire backstory and delve into it, then dedicate a miniseries to it. Don't, make it a lower budget. Dedicate a miniseries to it. You can do it. Mm-hmm. Disney's going to throw all the money at it anyway.
That's it.
But, dedicate it to bigger heroes than what you have been dedicating them to. I think Hawkeye was the perfect example of that.
Yeah.
They gave Hawkeye a miniseries. Now, what they did Jeremy Renner dirty. They did Jeremy Renner dirty.
They did.
But the Hawkeye series, I think, was the perfect example of it because it actually delved into all of these things. Daredevil, Punisher, those, still very well known. I mean, I liked Echo. No one knows about Echo. No one knew about it. Very few knew about Echo. And I know that they were trying to appeal to the disabled community, and that's all well and good. I believe everybody should be represented. Every demographic needs to be represented, but I don't believe that was the right move because if you can bring in these side characters, like she was perfect in Hawkeye.
Yeah.
She was perfect in Hawkeye. And so if you do that with all of these, not as big as Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk, but still characters that we care about,
right,
and give them their own little miniseries, that's good.
Yeah.
Don't put 3 in a fucking year and make us do homework.
Yeah, that's right.
Do 2, at most 3 movies in a year. At most. And I would say even then 2. Just do 2 movies a year, a miniseries, at most 2. And then it will feel like we don't have to. It will take away from our Marvel fatigue.
Right.
So,
which we are definitely. I will be the first to say I am definitely a victim of is that fatigue.
We all are.
Yeah.
So I didn't see Supergirl, and we're delving into DC now. I didn't see Supergirl in theaters.
I didn't either.
I
wanted to.
I wanted to. Well, and I think it's a good story because I actually watched the Supergirl Arrowverse series.
Yeah.
And it was actually the only series of the Arrowverse that I watched.
Yeah, that's great.
But and I do like her as Supergirl. I do like the badass take on Supergirl.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the reason that it flopped is because it came out right after Superman. And so I think James Gunn is realizing sooner than later what Kevin Feige has already realized.
Right.
They were DC's trying to follow the formula of Marvel. It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't fucking work.
We could have a whole ass episode of DC on that
we could.
for sure.
Okay, spoilers over. Okay, you're safe now. You're safe. We're safe.
Wait, one more. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm totally kidding.
No. So yeah, spoilers are over. The best Spider-Man movie. I would say top 5 MCU movie, maybe even top 3. I will put this up. I will
top
put
5. Top 5 for sure.
I will say top 3. I'll say top 3. I'll put that because I'll put that up there with. I'll put that up with Endgame, and believe it or not, I don't have Infinity War up there.
I wouldn't imagine you would.
Civil War.
Ooh.
I have Civil War up there.
See, mine would have been Civil War.
Yeah.
My top.
Yeah.
I don't put Endgame in my top 3.
See, well, yeah, you and I are very different.
Yeah, I got the first Iron Man up
We've
there.
been discovering through this podcast we have very different opinions.
That
We've yet to discuss Last Jedi.
I know that's coming.
Yeah.
I know that's coming. You're gonna blindside me with it one day. I'm gonna be like, shit. All
right. Well, speaking of blindside, actually, that's football. We're talking about baseball anyway.
Yeah, that's next episode.
Yeah. So yeah, but anyway, rage bait. Regardless.
We are now at the What Grinds Johnny's Gears section of the podcast.
So here's the thing. Like, I'm probably not going to get super intense about this.
You say that.
I'm probably not. I can never. I don't know. We get into a flow, and I do get intense about this. But here's the thing: because we're in agreements on this
for sure.
So it's been, by the time that this was released, I think it's been a week since the baseball trade deadline has passed, and the baseball trade deadline basically showcased what is wrong with baseball. Scooble Dooble do not.
Yeah.
So the Dodgers, who are now the new evil empire of baseball,
for sure,
acquired Scooble, an amazing pitcher, and shelled out a shit ton of money for him because they can afford it.
Right.
And all of the sports talking heads were talking about, okay, this is the end of baseball. And I wouldn't say it's the end of baseball because here's my thing is that now they're talking because there's going to be another CBA coming up. They're talking about a potential new lockout for the next season.
Yeah.
If you don't know by now, my wife and I, we do the 30 stadium baseball tour.
He's literally wearing nothing but Braves gear.
Yep. That my actual team, for once, I'm wearing now. And actually, the day of this recording, the Braves and the Yankees are playing each other.
There it is.
And, well, the Yankees have already won 2 straight against us. And honestly, you know what? I'm okay with that. They need the wins.
Yeah.
We don't. So, we're finally getting our groove back. The Braves are.
That's it.
And the thing is the Braves and the Yankees are also teams with deep pockets. The Yankees used to be the evil empire. Everybody criticized the Yankees for buying their championships, especially in the 90s, something I'm still very salty about because they used that team to kick my team's ass in repeatedly. 96, 98, 96, 98, and 99.
Yeah.
So, and I've, hated the Yankees ever since up until I got married. So, I do respect the organization. I respect their traditions.
Yeah.
I hated how they basically bought championships. Now, my wife, who's sitting right outside, will probably bust in here any minute.
Wait a minute!
And say, they didn't buy championships, 27 World Series, fuck you! I get it. It's fine. There's a banner up there with all 27 World Series championships, not to mention the fact, well, they haven't won a championship since 2009. The year that she and I got together was 2010. So I may be the curse.
You might be.
I may be the curse.
You might be.
God. I may end up being divorced on the grounds of baseball. We've even, like, our first MLB game together, we actually were engaged. And we had a little sign that said unengaged for 9 innings because it was Yankees Braves at Turner Field.
Yeah.
So it was adorable. I'll bring up the picture. So I'll put the picture up in post.
There it is.
But regardless, so the Yankees are not that team anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have deep pockets. They still invest a lot. The Mets also, but the Mets are the Mets, and they're going to Met all over themselves.
That they will.
And the Braves are also a team with some very deep pockets,
for sure.
Especially after they won their most recent World Series, which was in 2021,
right? Which
is, I will remind everyone, is a lot more recent than the Yankees or the Cubs.
Hey,
I rooted for the Cubs when they won in 2016. I rooted for the Cubs when they won in 2016.
I will give the Cubs. What was it? Just a couple days ago, I was watching highlights of the Cubs just barely getting them Dodgers.
Yeah.
So I'm
we the last series that I believe that we played against the Dodgers, the Braves won that series.
Yeah.
But and no hate towards the Dodgers as an organization.
No, not at all.
I mean, I had the privilege of watching Clayton Kershaw pitch his final All-Star game last year. The Dodgers have a great history and everything, but the problem is the fact that there is no salary cap in baseball, and that is what is going to be the big lockout, because owners are in favor of it, players are not, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, because they want to get paid.
They want to get paid, and they deserve every
amounts.
Well, and here's the thing is, you can say that these players are overpaid and all that kind of stuff. For one, they have agents and managers and everybody who takes a chunk of that money.
For sure.
And so they don't make as much. Excuse me. Got a little gassy.
He's trying not to throw up at the numbers he was thinking of. He's just like, wait, hold on. How much are they?
Yeah. So, I mean, but here's the thing is these athletes make peanuts compared to what their ownership makes. And that is the big argument that I can have in favor of the players.
Right.
And that's not just baseball. That is all
across the board.
Across the board, all sports. Even now going down to the college level, because colleges make a fuck ton more money than even all these kids who are in NIL, and people say that NIL is ruining it. The way that NIL is being run right now, it's ruining college sports. And I could stand on my soapbox about that all day.
For sure.
But if you are making money for an organization, if you are the reason that people show up, if you're the reason that butts are in seats, if you're the reason that people are buying jerseys,
you deserve to get paid for it.
You deserve to get paid for it. Period. End of story. And again, these owners, these ownerships, they are making a shit ton more money collectively than any of these players.
Right.
You can the 100 million, billions compared to these 100 millions.
Yep.
Okay. So I cannot blame the players for taking a stance on this.
For sure.
But at the same time, Major League Baseball is the only one left of the big four that does not have a salary cap.
That's it.
And the thing about the salary cap, the reason that it's necessary is because you got to have parity.
That's it.
Because otherwise you're going to start losing teams. You're going to start losing attendance. You're going to start all of these teams are eventually going to go by the wayside.
Right.
And it's going to fuck with the structure. Moneyball. I loved Moneyball as
brilliant.
Loved
movie.
Moneyball.
Brilliant movie
as a movie.
Yeah.
Because Brad Pitt, Billy Beane made the statement. There's rich teams, there's poor teams, there's 50 feet of shit, and then there's us.
Yep.
And there are poor teams out there, and the thing is, if anything, these owners of these teams need to sell these teams.
Right.
These owners of these teams need to sell these teams more than anything. And that way we can get more parity.
Right.
But, a lot of these owners, they want to hold on to it. And in some ways, as a business owner, I can't blame these owners for not wanting to.
There's a sentimentality to it.
Sentimentality. The Steinbrenner name is always going to be associated with the Yankees.
That's it.
And so on and so forth. So I can understand both sides, but I fully fall on there needs to be a salary cap in baseball. And I've been saying that I've been saying that since the 90s.
For sure.
Since I was a kid.
Yeah.
That there needs to be a salary cap on baseball. And you can at me in the comments. I don't fucking care what you have to think.
There it is.
That you can at me in the comments. I
you
think
can at me on this one, but I don't care.
No, I'm pretty sure most baseball fans are gonna. I want to say most baseball fans are gonna agree with me on this.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a devil's advocate here, and I've already played devil's advocate with this. And while we're delving into this, I actually made a post. So now we're going into left field a little bit.
Okay.
I made a post.
Which par for the course for baseball?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Par for the course for baseball.
Don't.
Par for the course for baseball.
To quote him, don't at me in the comments.
Don't. But So I made a statement because here's the thing, and you in the entertainment industry, you're well known in our local entertainment.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Sure. You're respected amongst entertainers. You're more well known amongst entertainers than I am. I'm well known in this community. I'm well known in this area. I'm well known in this county. I'm well known in my town.
Yeah.
So I understand that my words have weight. And so I actually made a statement. I won't say what statement that is, but I made a statement and I turned off the comments. And then someone messaged me saying, "Are you going to let people comment on this?" I said, "Fuck no. No, I'm not." I said, "I came on to say my piece. I don't care what you have to say about what I'm doing."
Yeah.
And that goes for this. And here's the thing. I know engagement drives more views. Engagement drives more views. That is how the algorithm works. If you and I want to like make any kind of money off of what we're doing now, we got to drive engagement. I haven't turned the comments off on this, but here's the thing: I'm not going to fuck it.
No,
I haven't turned the comments off on this because I know YouTube will be like, "Oh, you turned off the comments.
Why'd you do that?
There's no engagement." So.
I like how we're like, please subscribe, but also fuck this
shit. Here's my thing is, obviously I don't, I'm open for feedback, but I'm open for feedback when I'm willing to be open for feedback. That goes for everything. That goes for, and I'm going to wait because it's going to transition into our next topic.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm always open for, I am open for feedback when I ask for it. That's fair. But if I'm going to say something, I don't give two fucks what you have to say back to me. I actually had someone send me something on it, and I said, do not send this shit to me. Do not send me this shit. I do not care about it. You are peddling whatever thing to try to change my mind. I'm not going to change my mind on shit. I am open-minded for a lot of things. We discussed that in our first episode.
Yeah.
I am open-minded for a lot of things. But if I'm saying something, I'm saying it. You're not going to change my mind. The reason that I'm saying it is because this is what I actually believe. I'm going to dig my heels deep on this. This is a hill that I'm going to die on.
Okay.
And if I have the choice to not have anybody running up that hill at me, then I have that choice. And that is the beauty of discourse, because you can do the I'm not listening by shutting everything down. Because guess what? A lot of people don't care what you have to say. Some people care about what we say. That's why we're doing this.
Correct.
Because we're also doing this for entertainment value.
We do. Correct.
And so maybe this is the part that grinds my gears on this. I don't know. But the thing is if I'm going to turn off my comments, I'm going to turn off my comments, because honestly, I don't care what you have to say, because you're not going to change my opinion. And I think if more people realize that, then this whole discourse of I don't care what you have to say, I think fewer and fewer people will feel the need to chime in unless you're asking for it. That's why algorithms actually reward questions.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, the algorithm rewards engagement, as you so eloquently put it.
Yes.
So, and I can agree with that to a degree, right? It's called social media for a reason.
Yes, it's social. It's
social.
Yeah.
If you're putting it out there,
yeah.
it's not, not everyone's going to be in agreement with you, and but that's okay, right? It's when you can have a civil conversation about something to where yes, you may disagree. Here's why.
Yeah.
And again, we can have a civil talk about it, but definitely there's a fine line between having that civil conversation and then kicking down the door of well, actually,
imposition,
hitting it with the
imposition.
Well, actually, you guys, the Earth is 77.7 degrees flat. No, stop it.
Unsolicited imposition.
Yeah.
Unsolicited imposition. And, and oh my God, unsolicited advice. Fucking hate it. Unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
unsolicited. I did not ask. I do not want it. You know, like, we can talk freedom of speech all day. I will stand and die for the First Amendment any day of the week. But at the same time, like, freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequence.
There you go.
Yeah, or freedom from consequence. So, yeah, dude, like, just don't. Like, just don't. Like, this is going to be my response if you give me an opinion that I didn't ask for.
There it is.
So there we go. And speaking of people giving me opinions on things I don't ask for, we are now delving into a new segment that we came up with. I believe it was the second episode. I think that's part of why we got so many views on that second episode.
You think so? You think because we named them as actual, like, food pyramid triangle food groups?
Yes.
Here.
So anyway, it is the 5 food groups of.
Oh gosh.
5 food groups.
We have a whole slide and everything. My goodness.
Well, I don't have I have one slide. I have 2 slides. So I haven't revealed what we're doing for this one.
Okay.
But this is going to be our last segment for these podcasts.
Oh boy.
And feel free to chime in. Feel free to chime in with this one.
Oh, I'm ready.
I want to preface this.
My body is ready.
I want to preface this by saying that I started when we first did this in episode 2.
Yeah.
I made it a compliment sandwich.
Yes, you did.
I made it a compliment sandwich because I don't want to start or end with negativity.
Of course not.
Because, and the thing is when you are giving advice, when someone consents to asking, consent is sexy.
Consent is sexy,
Consent
baby.
is sexy.
You know it. You know it.
When someone consents to your advice, there was a producer that I used to work with. Her name is Carrie. University of Florida grad. That's the only thing I hold against her. But no, props to University of Florida. They actually have some great programs over there. But she's still to this day the best producer I've ever worked with. No offense. None
taken.
So she worked with me my first full-time job out of college.
Okay.
And this place that I worked at was full of just this toxic male air. And, I mean, I get it. I'm a dude, but at the same time, there's a reason, you're one of my few close male friends.
Yeah.
Like I can count them on one hand.
Yeah.
But I got along with women a lot better in high school, college. I had sisters growing up. I didn't have brothers. Wasn't really conditioned to it. My dad was a very kind man. So, he never really we roughed house a little bit, as father and son do, but at the same time, I was never one of those guys who went along with objectifying women or anything like that.
Right.
Boy's boy. I didn't join a frat. I mean, any man. We've had some toxic male traits in our lives in some way, shape, or form. So
absolutely.
So I'm, don't at me with that.
We wouldn't be males with hormones if we didn't. Yeah. But also, we also work towards
bettering ourselves,
being better as not just
ourselves.
Humans, but as male forms anyway.
But anyway, so this producer that I worked with, I'm a kid out of college. I'm still learning at this job.
Yeah.
They hired me straight out of college. There's still stuff that I learn on the job. And one thing that she always did, which I really appreciated it, and being finding out much later that I had ADHD. Mm-hmm. ADHD, people tend to suffer from what's called rejection sensitivity dysphoria, RSD, where even a critique that can seem harmless and seem constructive, completely tears you down.
Yeah.
You automatically start thinking, oh, they hate me because for all those years we were trying to mask because, I mean, you and I were both bullied growing up.
Yep.
So, but this producer that I worked with was amazing. She gave me what was called a compliment sandwich.
Okay.
She would point out something that she liked about my work, gave me a critique on something that I should improve, and said, while I like how you did this, this is how you can make it better. And by the way, this was also good.
All right.
So that's the compliment sandwich.
Okay.
And the good parts are the bread.
Yep.
The critique is in the filling.
Okay.
And so, and the reason that the bread is the best part of the sandwich, I'm sorry to say. I mean, the filling's good, but the bread is what makes a sandwich a sandwich.
That's fair.
and it also holds in all of the goodness. It absorbs the flavor and enhances the flavor.
Okay.
So that's why the bread is the best part.
Okay.
And so that's why the compliments are the bread.
Okay.
And also to start with positivity and end with positivity.
Okay.
And then we do the negativity. And so we're doing 5 food groups. I should call this the five sandwich layers of.
5 sandwich layers.
5 sandwich layers of. But we're doing 5 food groups for today. We might change it for next episode. I might go in the slideshow and change it. Who knows? So the 5 food groups of. And I decided to speak on something that I'm a little bit of an expert in. Trivia players.
Oh, no.
To start.
Oh, no.
To start. If you are taking the time to watch this.
Which is probably 90% of our audience, man.
If you are taking the time to watch this, you are likely in the top half or the bottom half. You're in the bread.
You've got to be in the bread.
You've got to be in the bread. If you're taking the time to watch this.
If they are our players, you're in the bread. You are definitely in the positive regions.
You're in the bread.
Oh, man.
If you are taking the time to watch this, you are in the bread.
If that isn't like the biggest disclaimer ever, I have not been prefaced. You're gonna get my full blown like gut check reaction on these. I have not seen any of these food groups.
Well, you're not going to. They're not in the slides. This is all from up here.
Well, I have not heard any of these food groups.
I think you'll agree with me on a lot of these.
Okay.
I think you'll agree with me on a lot of these.
Okay, let us pray.
So I would like to say this. Like Chris Rock, he would always do bits about making fun of white people, but he said, but you white people are fine. If you give me money to come to my show and you're taking the time to come see me, you're all right. You guys are good. You're all right. So if you're taking the time to watch this, you're all right.
If you're taking time to watch this, you're all right. If you're taking time to come to Ace 50 Media and any of our trivia, you're good. You're good.
All right.
All right, so lay it on me. Compliment sandwich.
Top layer of bread.
Top layer of bread. This is the nice crispy, crispy sort of roll. With the Asiago cheese.
This is the everything Italian, or this is the
Jersey Mike's. This is the Parmesan, rosemary deliciousness.
This is the 5 grain Italian from Publix. So this is the 5 grain Italian bread from Publix. Unfortunately, I can no longer eat 5 grain Italian. It has flax seeds. Flax seeds kill testosterone, all that shit.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, so the top layer of bread for my trivia folks are the folks who are just there to chill, have a good time. They don't necessarily always come every single week, but they're there. They may not even always win.
Yeah.
They may never win. Or they rarely win. And actually, these are the teams that I root for the most because they rarely win. And so I love that good feeling that they have.
Yeah, of course.
When they do get
when
that
they
win.
finally get it.
Especially the first win. The first win is the best.
Spectacular.
The first win is the best. And so I'll give you a prime example. There is a team in Niceville. You've experienced them. You've seen them.
Was it Clueless? Yeah.
It was Clueless.
Yeah.
They are our mascots for Niceville.
For sure.
Because these are high school kids. While a lot of them are going off to college.
That's it.
These are high school kids. They know that they probably won't win, but they're there for the good vibes. They're there to test their own knowledge. They're there to test themselves, and they're there to have fun. They wear hats and wigs, and every team every team present roots for them.
Yeah, they fuck when they crush it, and everyone is just like, wow.
Every team present roots for them. And they're just really nice. I have teams like that in Crestview as well. A few in Fort Walton. They don't show up every week. They don't always win, or they rarely win, but they are there for a good time.
For sure.
So that is the top layer of bread.
All right, we got the top layer.
Okay,
here.
The bottom layer of bread is what I'm going to leave for the foundation.
Okay, for sure. So we got that top layer.
So in relation to the top layer, because I'm talking about like semi-unserious teams.
Yeah.
In the top layer.
Yeah.
Semi-unserious. So now we go to the very unserious.
Okay.
So we go to the unserious, and these are the unserious folks who don't listen. and don't care.
Yeah.
And are there to get shit-faced.
That I've only experienced maybe once.
Yeah.
And that's never a fun time.
Yeah.
When you're going into it and you want to go get the board and everything and you want to come party with us, okay, cool. But when you get shitty and you just start writing like just terrible. I've seen it happen. Like they'll write some vulgar things.
Oh yeah. With kids there.
With kids there. Keep in mind, for those of you who are watching,
these are
probably
family-friendly trivia nights.
While this video is not family friendly,
no, it is not.
Most of our trivia nights definitely are.
Yeah, I would say PG-13.
Yeah.
Our trivia nights are PG-13
for sure.
We don't say fuck. We don't say shit. We don't say shit, piss, fuck, cunt, motherfucker, cocksucker, tit, fart, turd, and twat.
It's one thing to call a podcast rated R. It's a whole
George
other
Carlin, thank you.
To hit you with the George Carlin. Like, when you get that rapid fired at you for no good reason, just to hit it at me, like, it's a fucking whirlwind, man. Like, god damn. Hang on.
This is going to be our cold open, by the way.
I need a drink. Shit. Like, how do you... I need a minute. Hold on. Like, you just rapid fired that motherfucker. Like you have that on the back burner. Like, I don't even have that on the back burner.
So,
like, how do you just shit? Like, how did you do that?
Oh, spent years memorizing that shit.
Oh
spent
my
years.
God.
George Carlin's my fucking hero.
I mean,
man.
I love George Carlin. Do not get me wrong. But
and also,
how do you
those seven dirty words that you cannot.
Yeah, of course.
Well, it's actually 10 because I actually spat out 10 because he added fart, turd, and twat later.
Right.
So those words that you cannot say on television and radio, the FCC actually used that as a standard.
Right.
And so I memorized that off the bat, so I knew not to say those words when I was on the radio.
Dude, that is an insane way of learning that.
Yeah.
I'm blown away. Like, I'm genuinely blown away. Like, this is how I know not to say these words due to the FCC, because I have them constantly running in my head as this Times Square fucking banner going. That's insane.
Stock market ticker.
Yeah, exactly. You just have this stock market ticker of fuck, shit, piss, cock,
shit, piss, fuck, motherfucker, cocksucker, fart, turd, and twat.
Like, how?
Tits.
I
miss tits for that one.
I miss tits too. It's okay. Anyways,
this is the cold open.
I'm gonna die. Oh, but okay. So,
So, and we went 2 degrees away. Like, we're basically saying we don't say those words during trivia.
We absolutely
unless there are no children present, then we'll let them slip every now and then.
But don't write them on the boards.
Yeah, don't write them on the boards.
Don't pull the George Carlin on the board.
And these are the fuckers that are unserious.
Yeah.
They're the ones that yell out the answers.
Oh, God. See, I did experience that once.
So I had 2 fuckers very recently. One was in the peanut gallery. He wasn't even fucking playing.
Yeah.
And it was during the final rundown, and he yelled out an answer.
Really?
Yeah. And I turned 93 people against him. So.
Oh my God. So for those of you who don't watch, so when trivia goes down, we get down to a final round called the final rundown, and this is where any of the teams that are left, whether it be 2 teams or whether it be 5, whatever the case is, they only have a finite amount of time to write down their answers and get it on the board. We're talking like a matter of seconds.
20
right?
seconds.
20 seconds. So everything's on the line. The pressure is there. Everything is cool.
This is for the win.
And it's for the win, right? So it's dead quiet. Everyone is like really locked in, focused in. When you do something like that, you want to talk about like the most ultimate vibe killer ever is just yelling out the answer in the middle of all that while everyone else is trying to have a good time. Or again, who is really into what we do as hosts. Yeah. Like, no.
Yeah,
man.
It's the ultimate vibe killer. I mean, you want to talk about me seeing red.
Oh, man.
Me seeing red. And I laid into this dude too. I eventually bought him a drink afterward because I was a little harsh with him.
Yeah.
But but also here's the thing: is if you're in the peanut gallery, it was the final rundown. There was nothing else I could really do about it. I wasn't going to eliminate everybody.
Yeah.
So because basically we just moved on to the next question. That's all we can do.
Sure, that's all you can do.
Now, if a player yells out, then I eliminate them.
Then
I eliminate them.
Yeah, of course. That's the rules.
But also, like
anybody
who's doing well enough to make it to that, more times than not, they know better.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
He is gassy today.
I'm talking so fucking fast
that you just gulping air.
I mean, shit piss motherfucker. Fuck. See, I can't even do it anymore. You made me self-conscious of it. Thank you.
Look, Captain Stock Ticker. Okay, I can't help it.
Yeah. So anyway. So it's those unserious people. I've had drunk assholes basically like hold up boards too early. They don't listen, or they don't hold up boards at all. And then like they'll finally hold up a board when they know the answer. And I'm like, be like, dude, I assumed you stopped playing.
Yeah.
So, like if you're going to play trivia, and here's the thing, I know that people want to try it. I know that it's like, oh yeah, sure, we'll try it out.
Sure.
And Linda Cohen, who longest tenured Sports Center anchor. She just retired.
Yeah.
And she said, the biggest attitude that I take is when I go on air, I want to make sure that someone, like I'm always going to perform like someone's watching me for the first time.
Okay.
And that's kind of the standard I set for us, is like you perform like someone new is coming in, they're wanting to experience us. I especially love those folks who like specifically come to see us.
Yeah.
Because they've seen our stuff, and they do it. But also for the folks who just stumble in, they stumble upon it, they see that this is going on, and every now and then, like it's very rare, but every now and then they're hooked.
That's it.
And so...
And I would disagree on the rarity of that now, because we have, on Task Force specifically, even when we have, and mind you, Task Force packs out.
Yeah.
But when we do have those spare one or two tables, and we do get those people who are like, all about it, and that they come back.
Happens more at Crooked Tail now.
Yeah.
It does happen a lot more at Crooked Tail, but
sure.
Yeah, it does. And so, like, I appreciate any new person coming in.
Of course.
But if you're going to play,
do it responsibly.
You gotta do it responsibly, and you gotta follow the rules.
That's it.
And that's it. And of course, so this middle part of the sandwich is the reason that I have so many goddamn rules at the beginning of trivia.
And they are a lot of rules. I've had to recite them a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, exactly. So there's the big three that everybody shouts at. Which, by the way, Clueless has now made us a cult.
Oh.
It's officially a cult, because I always jokingly say when there's a new person who comes in, and then everybody's chanting the "How sad are you? Be nice or go home for gift cards and glory." I always say, I promise you we're not a cult. Well, Clueless. Because what was great about so back to Clueless really quick.
Yeah.
Back to that top tier. Because they're there and they're semi serious, but like they understand that they're probably not going to win. Half of them are going off to college, and so like that night was their first night, or that was possibly their last night as a full team.
Yeah.
And so one of them approached me and said, "We want to actually bring," because I always say we're not a cult. Cults have Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
He says, "We want to bring Kool-Aid for everybody."
Oh, my God.
And so we did for that last night. We brought Kool-Aid for everybody. Well, actually, no, it was Hawaiian Punch, because they didn't want... Yeah. So yeah, it was sealed, I promise. Like, everybody's still alive. Everybody's still good.
Thus far.
Yeah. No, just don't drink water from the bayou. You'll be fine.
Oh,
so,
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's brackish water. You don't want to drink it anyway.
It's fine.
So there's the unserious people who just goof around.
Yeah.
Then, here we go. The turd in the turd in the middle.
The turd in
the
in the Hawaiian Punch Bowl.
Yeah, like the thing that you bite into the sandwich and you realize that they fucked up your order.
Okay.
The professional trivia player.
Okay, define professional, because for me,
Actual professional.
Like you come in, like, okay, I wouldn't. Okay, so
professional.
We wouldn't consider any of ours professional. They're repeat.
I have had one. I have had one that's come in and they have played on like the TV shows. They've been contestants on the TV shows,
and they've come to do answers up. Trivia.
Yes,
okay,
they have. They have.
I'm now curious and intrigued and
because
scared.
Here's the thing: I'm human.
Of course, who isn't?
You and I are both human.
Yeah,
I write the questions for our trivia.
Correct.
And every now and then, I'll get one wrong.
It has happened.
I'd say about 10% of the time.
It has happened.
It's rare. It's rare.
And we do our best.
We do our best. Sometimes I slip up. Sometimes I'm in a hurry.
That's it.
Sometimes I'll do stuff off the noggin and I won't do my due diligence in digging a little bit deeper than a Wikipedia article or anything like that.
And as the cool substitute teacher, I have the opportunity to peruse everything, but I don't get a chance to Google check it sometimes. So
but the rule is you cannot challenge. Period. End of story. Your answer doesn't match my answer. I'm sorry.
We roll.
We roll. If it affects you, if 1 point affects you from going into the final rundown or anything like that, I might make it up to you.
Yeah.
And that's all well and good.
Yeah.
But the professional there is the professional trivia player and also the and I put them in with the know-it-alls who will shove their phone in your face. They will shove their phone in your face immediately. There was a guy at one of my venues who said point of order, and we'll interrupt the entire trivia to
point of order.
Yeah, this guy was from Long Island.
I was gonna say,
and it was a question about Long Island, and apparently because he was from Long Island, I got it wrong. Whatever. And then there's the professional trivia player, and they will argue with me on every goddamn question. Everyone.
Okay.
Everyone. Or if it's framed wrong, or if it's framed in a way that they feel like it was deceptive. And that's where I go into the unsolicited thing. The unsolicited thing.
Okay.
You know what? You want to talk to me at halftime. You want to talk to me afterwards about it. That's fine. But they come in hot. I'm open to feedback.
Yeah, of course.
And be nice.
As trivia hosts, we have to
be nice or go home.
Yeah, be nice or go
home.
They
were not nice about it. They were not nice about it. And they think they know more than you. And this is where and it's the people who think they know more than the host. Here's the thing: as the host, I don't know everything. I look a lot of shit up, and that's fine. But I'm also not drawing from a question bank, like a lot of trivia hosts are.
Correct.
I am taking the time to write my own questions. I have a library of.
And it's all over here.
Yeah,
he's
I have a library.
He's got a whole thing.
I have a library of trivia books. I have several Trivial Pursuits that I can draw from. And sometimes I draw from that. Sometimes I get bad info. Sometimes it's outdated info.
That's it.
And it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Don't come at me guns hot. Don't come at me guns hot. That's my big thing.
Yeah.
And the professional trivia player is the kind that always wants to win.
Yeah.
That will argue every question with you. It's the kind of person that doesn't make it fun anymore.
That's it.
They are way too competitive. And so that's the middle of the sandwich. It's one person.
Okay.
Extending down.
Okay.
To entire teams that do it. That get butthurt when they lose. Who constantly accuse other people of cheating. Who take this shit way too seriously. That's why I have the for gift cards and glory chant.
Yeah.
Because that's all we're fucking playing for. We're also playing for a belt. It's a very nice belt. It's quarterly.
I've seen the belt. Yes.
It's like we play for a couple of belts. Like we play for a quarterly belt and
you have one for like every region, right?
I have one for every region that we do it in, and then I also have an all answers up trivia one, like Champion of Champions.
That's it.
One. That's what we play for. And you get to hold that little belt for 3 months or a year, depending on which one you win.
And then how continuous you win.
And then also, but at the end of it, should you lose that belt, you get a little mini belt to commemorate the fact that you won.
Yeah.
And that's great.
And
that's to acknowledge.
And that's you putting effort into all of this because it's so homegrown.
Yeah,
right?
It is. It's very homegrown.
This is about as homegrown as it gets. So you yourself are, helping to make these belts, whether it be small or big.
Yep.
And again,
and shelling out the money to pay for these too. So
yes, so we'll go with that.
Yeah.
But again, this is all coming from it's coming from your brain. It's coming from your heart. It's because you are dedicated enough to be able to do this for people, right?
And it's for the love of the community.
For the love of the game.
For the love of the game. It's for the community.
Yeah.
Well, and like the whole belt concept came because one of our best players passed away.
Right.
And he always wanted a championship belt.
Yeah.
And so that's why I did it. And then I'm like, okay, well, we're doing it for this place. We might as well do it for the other places.
That's it.
And so I did it for all the other places. And, we just kind of ran from it. And it's stuff that snowballs.
Yeah.
And these are the teams that they do nothing but fucking complain. They do nothing but fucking complain.
And to be clear, the teams that I've experienced, the teams that we're currently experiencing, at least
if you're taking the time to watch this, you're probably not one of them.
You're not one of them.
You're likely, you were 99.999% not one of them.
Yeah.
So, it's the teams that constantly complain. And they will send me a novel of a DM.
Oh, wow.
Telling me why they're quitting, telling me why they think it's unfair, all of it.
Oh, wow.
And the ones that will not accept an explanation afterwards. Again, I'm all up for feedback. And hey, there are people who, you know what, if you have legitimate complaints, that's fine.
Yeah, of course.
But also, let me go back. Like, this is kind of lumped in. The professional trivia player.
It's lumped in with it's the corn and the shit, really.
So it is the So I'm gonna tell on myself real quick.
Okay.
I do not like cheese.
Fucking what?
I don't like cheese.
What do you mean you don't like cheese?
It's a sensory thing for me. To me, it tastes like rotten milk. The only exception is mozzarella on pizza. That's it. I do not like American cheese or cheddar in my burgers. I do not like. I don't like cheese.
Bro, what?
This is the typical reaction I get.
I'm sure. I'm shocked.
It's the typical reaction I get. Again, pizza, no problem because like it's a light tasting cheese and all the other stuff overpowers it, and it's fine. But like American cheese, cheddar cheese, can't stand it.
That's wild. Not even like a little spicy, like a little pepper jack. Nothing.
Nope.
Nothing.
So my wife will sprinkle a little bit of cheese in the enchilada sauce that she uses in the chicken enchiladas that she makes, but the sauce overpowers that taste. To me, it smells and tastes like rotten milk.
That's wild.
And it makes me puke. It makes me want to puke. It makes me sick to my stomach. So whenever I get a sandwich with cheese in it that's melted onto the patty, the patty is ruined by the one guy, and it's cancerous to whole teams. Luckily, every now and then, there's a few teams here and there who are like, he doesn't speak for us. And so I actually had one guy, he didn't like the fact that I was using rehashed questions.
Okay.
Sometimes it gets tiring. Sometimes I have shit going on. Sometimes I draw from my massive library of stuff that I've spent the last 6 years writing out.
Okay.
And there's one guy who didn't like the fact that I was using it because it was giving advantage to other teams and blah, 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 or whatever. And I'm like, well, part of it is rewarding teams that come often.
Okay.
Part of it is that I'm fucking tired, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm also, like I could use a question bank. I refuse to.
Okay.
I refuse to because me writing my own questions separates me from the other trivia nights that go on in our area.
Yeah, okay.
So this guy didn't like it. He complained to Dark Jester, and he said he was going to talk to me about it first.
Uh-huh.
He didn't. He went straight to ownership
of the venue.
Yes. To try to get them to change how I do it because they're the ones who sign my check.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, and that guy. And guys like that, now granted the team that he's on said, we don't claim him and whatever, and he stopped coming.
Yeah.
He's stopped coming because I told his team, I said, he's on my shit list.
Yeah.
It's hard to get on my shit list. It is hard to get on my shit list because then we take this guy and he's like and he's like a one-person team. So these are and somehow, oh, and if you cheat, obviously.
Yeah,
if you cheat at trivia.
Yeah.
That I put that with like the unserious folks and like who think they can get away with cheating. Grown-ass adults who think they can get away with cheating.
Yeah,
and I hate it. And they set shitty examples for their kids, whatever. There will be kids sitting there, and they'll still cheat and then I'm like, okay, thanks for you're teaching your kid that cheating's okay.
Yeah.
So
That's a teacher in you.
So there's
yeah.
Well, and what's funny is like obviously no phones.
Yeah.
And being a former teacher, I know to look out for glowing faces.
That's it.
So there was a guy who was part of that professional trivia player part of the sandwich.
Yeah.
Who actually cheated and tried to argue with me on questions. Actually cheated. There were people sitting next to him who came up to me saying, "Oh no, he's Googling everything."
Oh my God.
And he was critiquing everything because he claimed to be a former trivia host.
Okay.
I'm keeping names out of this for a reason.
Yeah.
Like,
no, and I'm not. I'm not worried about it. But still, like, just the audacity.
Yeah, the actual balls.
Yeah.
Seriously. And so, but then it trickles down into teams that they're sore losers. They take it way too seriously. They'll huff and puff. They'll leave. They'll complain. Eventually they'll stop coming. I don't want them in my trivia. The teams that take it way too seriously.
Okay.
That take it way too seriously to the point where they're just completely miserable and they suck the fun out of all of it for everybody. And now we go to the foundation bread.
The bone.
The last one. The teams who take it seriously, but not so much to where it ruins the fun.
Yeah.
And these are the foundation. These are the ones that come every week. These are the ones who are dedicated. These are the ones who are there. And these are the ones who will come to me. And honestly, like with these kind of teams who are there every week, they're there. I ask them to bring suggestions to me. Sometimes it's shit I don't want to hear. But at the same time, it's normally something I can explain away.
Yeah.
It's normally something that I can explain why. And they're understanding of it.
That's it.
They are understanding of it.
And
they also acknowledge it's my game, bitch. That's the thing. And you know, like the stuff above, like they're like, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this. Well, I hate the word should.
Yeah.
I've actually done an entire video by myself on why I hate the word should, because it is a tongue-in-cheek command.
Yeah.
You should do this. Or it's a curse. This should work. It won't. If you say it should, it won't work. But these folks are the ones, they'll give me advice, or they'll say, hey, we don't like it because this.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, okay, I understand that, but here's why.
Yeah.
And then they understand it. And then they acknowledge, this is your game, we respect you, we just wanted to put in our 2 cents.
Respect the game.
Yep.
Just wanted to let you know.
So for those of you who thought you were part of that one because you were critiquing me, no, you're like no. If you acknowledge that you are part of like that, it's still my judgment. This is not a quizocracy, it's a quiztatorship. I will take petitions while sitting upon my question mark iron throne.
God. This is a quiztatorship.
Quiztatorship.
Jesus.
Quiztatorship. But I always look for input because I know I'm not perfect. I've tweaked this game so many goddamn times over the last 6 years.
That you have.
You know, I've made tweaks.
You've tweaked it a lot in the year that I've been here.
Because I'm trying to make it more competitive, and I'm trying to give it parity. I'm trying to give it parity. I'm trying to give other people chances to win. I'm trying to take away the things that people will take advantage of.
That's fair.
I used to say for a long time, hey, if you don't know the answer to the bonus song, you can dance.
Yeah.
And I used to make it for every bonus song.
Yeah, now it's just the one.
Well, now it's just one.
One would say you've capped it.
Yeah, I've kept. Well done, sir. Well played, sir. Well played. So, but these folks are the foundation of it. These are the folks, along with the other bread, along with the top bread, are the ones that have made our trivia community what they are. I love the shit out of them. I consider every single one of them my friends.
That's it.
And these are good people. They just want to, and they also just want to have a good time. But they found something that they really enjoy. They've made it into a hobby. They've made it a part of. And there are folks.
We're a part of their lives.
If there's a theme that comes up, they study for it.
For sure.
And here's the thing: is I love that drive.
For sure.
I love that drive. But they don't do it to the point. They don't do it to the point to where they ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll lose, they'll be disappointed. Sometimes they'll lose and it'll be an error on my part.
Yeah.
But they'll acknowledge that shit happens.
Yeah.
You know, they acknowledge that it's just a game.
Oh, well, we'll get them next week.
You know, like the ones in the sandwich, the ones in the meat of the sandwich, are the ones who think it's like the end all be all and like it's ruined their night. I don't ever seek out to ruin it. That's not my fucking job. Yeah. I don't ever seek out to ruin somebody's day. The whole point of my job is to make sure you have fun.
Make it happen.
But don't piss me off. Don't piss me off.
Oh my God.
Don't piss me off. I have had too
I
much.
love the dichotomy. It's like, we love this, but don't piss me off.
Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. And the thing about it is,
or you will be the cheese in the sandwich.
You'll be the cheese in the sandwich. Exactly. God. Don't piss me off, or you'll be the cheese in the sandwich.
I cannot believe that. You couldn't have made it like some fucking salsa or some fucking.
I love salsa.
God.
I love anything spicy.
Well, okay. I'm trying.
I did the one chip challenge for Christ's sake.
I'm trying to think of something that would not typically go in a sandwich that you'd be like, ugh.
It's like pineapple on pizza.
Yeah. Well, no. Because
The more I reveal things I don't like, the more of a fissure this creates.
This is more than just a handy dandy desk, my friend.
How far into?
We're a while. We are
into.
We're
this?
deep
Jesus.
into this.
Oh my
one.
God!
We're
an hour and
deep in
20
this
minutes.
You're gonna
an hour and 20 minutes.
I do not look forward to your editing job, sir.
Well, you know what? We're going to wrap this up here.
Wrap it up.
We're going to wrap this up here.
Wrap that sandwich up.
Speaking of our trivias, we're hosting at Niceville on Sundays at the Wharf, at Wharf 850 at 6 p.m. We're at Soundside on Mondays. Dark Jester hosts on Mondays at Soundside in downtown Fort Walton Beach at 6 p.m. I'm at Task Force Pizza in North Crestview on Mondays at 6 p.m. Call ahead for that one. That is our most packed out one. They're great about people who want to come, and they will accommodate for you if you call ahead.
That's awesome.
And then we've got Rick's Seafood and Sports. I will never get used to saying that name.
That's a lovely logo, too. I will never get used to that. We're packing out that
place now, and that's at Fort Walton Beach on Tuesdays. They are a staple in Fort Walton Beach. That's Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Wednesdays, Songs for Slices Music Bingo in North Crestview on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. You're hosting this week.
I am hosting this week.
You are hosting this week. So, and since we've moved it to Wednesdays, it's been packed out.
Wing Wednesday,
so
man.
I'm actually going to make the announcement on this. I'm going to make the announcement on this.
All right.
We are going to have a limit on cards per round.
Okay.
So buy beer, you get a free card. But if we run out of cards, we run out of cards.
That's it.
And so like I only have a library for each round, 100 cards.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just 100. Just 100 for each genre or decade that we do per round. It's only going to be 100, and I'm putting a cap on that.
Okay.
I have to.
Yeah, because when we did Wing Wednesday, and again, normally we used to do double cards for Teacher Tuesday. We no longer do that because we're on Wednesdays now.
Still, you get one free card to start.
Yeah,
and you get a free card
for every drink you get.
For a drink you buy, for every drink you get. But here's the thing: if we run out of cards, we run out of cards.
And that's just it. That's been the beautiful thing about the couple times we've been doing it is that people are drinking, people are having a good time. They're getting.
Also, the whole point of it is to increase drink sales.
Well,
drink responsibly, obviously.
Drink responsibly, but play bingo responsibly as well. But that's been the thing. That's how packed out it's been. We've been running out of cards. So thank you to everyone that's been coming out and showing out for Wednesdays, man. It's been crazy.
So Songs for Slices Music Bingo, North Crestview on Wednesdays. South Crestview, our flagship trivia at Crooked Tail on Thursdays. We've been there for 6 years. It is the original Crestview trivia, and that is on Thursday nights. And then, of course, we are at Dark Jester is at Blue Water Bay at the Blue Tea on Fridays at 7 p.m.
That's it.
7 p.m.
I will be there on that Friday, Labor Day week, I believe.
Yep, for your Rob week.
That's my Rob week.
Wait, speaking of which, you know what? We'll do this for our own shameless self-promotion.
Okay.
Don't forget Club TFP. We got 3 weeks as of this recording. 3 weeks left for Club TFP. We're going to be wrapping up for the summer. We're doing 80s night this week for Club TFP. All the drink specials that you see listed. And then coming in the fall, we are back at Eagle's Nest for Jello Jams.
Oh, Jello Jams coming!
Yep, Jello Jams is back. He'll be coming back to South Crestview on September 4th, first to kick off Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
So Jello Jams, Music Bingo. where we give out Jell-O shots. That is 21 and up, because that is all we give out is Jell-O shots.
And drink responsibly.
So Jell-O Jams at Eagles Nest and Crestview in the Pavilion this fall, starting on September 4th. And now, of course, this is powered by Ace 50 Media and Paradigm Logic Studios. The birthday boy sitting across from me. The birthday boy sitting across from me. No, here's the thing: is it literally dawned on me as I was thinking about it, because you were talking about Friday.
Yeah.
Because it's this Friday.
It's this upcoming Friday.
It's this upcoming Friday as of this recording.
That's it.
So, and as of the release of this video, it's this upcoming Friday.
That's it.
So happy birthday, Big 4-2.
That's it. I am the answer to the universe.
Life, the universe. Well, that's my age right now.
42.
So you and I will be the same age for a few months.
That's it.
So answer to the life, the universe, and everything. Do you feel it though?
No. Well, maybe in my thigh, but but no, I really don't. There's a lovely interview with George Harrison when he was getting up there, and I know he was dealing with cancer at the time. Where he was talking about how he realizes his body is getting older, but he doesn't feel it. I've never felt a day over 30. Like, I mean, that's just up here, here,
yeah, here, and
here a little bit, right,
and here, and for me here.
That's why I'm wearing the 2 shirts today. I'm feeling a little bloated.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
No, like I don't feel it really.
Yeah.
I feel better than I have in a very, very long time.
That's good.
And there's a number of reasons for that we can always explore in another episode.
Yeah, and while I'm going to Scotland, I was in the best shape I had been in even since my early 30s.
Yeah.
Because we got into shape for Scotland.
Yeah.
I put on a little bit more now, but it's a frame of mind. And also I think it's a millennial thing.
Yeah.
I think it's our generation. We've kind of, post 9/11, we kind of stuck with what was familiar for us. So
I can see that a little bit.
So I think, but yeah, no, up here, up here, I'm like, people let me do things as an adult.
That's it.
What?
That is exactly.
People are letting me have my own
business. I feel like
I'm
I'm just now getting into adulthood.
We're fucking business owners, dude.
That we are. Multiple.
Yeah. Well, you, yes.
So
you,
it's
multiple businesses. So
it's wild.
But Paradigm Logic Studios, Ace 50 Media. And that is going to do it for us in this dose of Johnny C.
Appreciate it.
So nearly an hour and a half later. So
I do not look forward to that.
You don't have to. I do. So, and anyway, so we will see you next week.
See you guys.